Well, I guess I better get going. This is a bit of a weird video, even for me. The title, and this is the video for the 9th of January, the title is Synchronicity and Time Travel. I got a telephone call from a longtime friend who lives in the Northeast US. He told me about a video he had just watched and recommended it to me. He doesn't do email, so I went to look it up. Ironically, a Facebook friend had already sent me the link. Well, I watched the video, then checked my email. Would you believe another friend had already sent me the link? That's 3 notifications received in less than an hour. Then I go to another notice, number 4, early this morning. Well, that video led me to another fascinating video. As Paul Harvey used to say, and now for the rest of the story. Indeed, this goes to great weirdness, and when I told my son about the videos, I actually reversed the chronology. The first one was the one with Kent Dunn by Gary Larrabee. Gary Larrabee does a lot of videos, and Kent Dunn has been one of his regular guests. And Kent Dunn, very emotionally charged, had a vision that, and he had actually, I guess, asked for more time because God had told him that he was finished with it. It was done. And by the 14th of January, he was going to split the world between the light and the dark. And he's going to, I guess it's like the rapture. He's going to take all the good people and separate them from the bad people. I mean, I don't remember if that's exactly the way he worded it, but he was actually emotionally charged in delivering the message, and I want to say right straight out that the day or the hour, according to the Bible, nobody knows when there will be this major change that has been predicted by prophets for a long time, not just biblically, but other prophets as well have predicted a change, but nobody knows exactly when it's going to happen. And we're told that not even the Son of God knows, only the Father, which I don't understand that, because to me, the Father and the Son are one. They're not 2 different beings. They're one being. But in any case, that's theology, and that's not what I'm focusing on today. But after watching those videos, one of the little suggested videos that came up was with Alfred Weber, and it was called Time Travel Chronology. And I thought, well, that's interesting. And I watched that video too, and he told about when he was in the government in 1971. He went to a meeting of people that were involved in the time travel, and they had predicted all of the presidents through Donald Trump. They had Donald Trump tagged to be president of the United States as far back as 1971. And this is some elite group, all shirts and ties, in a private place that he thinks was somewhere. They picked him up in New York, and they drove him for a couple of hours, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, and he thinks it was over in the western part, or maybe northwestern New Jersey. He didn't say that, but that's he was provided the transportation, so he was not the driver. But they showed who would be the president in the accurate succession of presidents through Donald Trump, and that was shown to him in 1971, though he didn't write the book till 1999. And the book, they had the book there in that meeting that he hadn't even written yet, but he was the one that was going to write it. And they had predicted that or seen that in advance back that many years ago. I mean, we're talking, we're talking over 50 years earlier, this information had been given to those that were supposedly able to go into a future time. Now, as I said, all of this sounds very incredible. You know, I would like nothing better than to see and feel that there is actually a purpose being worked out, and not that we're all being left out in left field and nobody knows what's going on. But the idea of time travel and being shown in advance, something that hasn't happened yet and decades in advance, is very, very challenging to stretch and get the mind around. So if you're having trouble getting your mind around it, I don't blame you. But it's going back to the prediction by Kent Dunn. You know, they're coming again from a basically Bible-believing fundamentalist viewpoint, except that something I think was said in that about reincarnation. So they at least, they're not totally brainwashed to think that the Earth has only been around for 6,000 years. That there's been a continuation of souls being manifested, probably with different names, and reincarnated over a long period of time. In any case, we're living in very, very strange times, to say the least. And what's going to happen is anybody's guess. But I am fascinated by Alfred's statement that he learned about this stuff back in 1971. I mean, that just, it blows my mind. And it probably blows a lot of minds. It's going to be very hard for people to get their minds around, hearts around, whatever. But something strange, I do believe, is occurring. I do believe there's an awakening going on. And there's going to be a lot of things that are going to blow us away, as they say, and knock us out of our preconceived notions and mindsets that have been fabricated, and we've been coerced to believe certain things, and we've been taught lies and lies on top of lies, and we know that the politicians lie. Many people still don't realize that, so do religions and religious people, and I love the community. I wish there was more of a community where there could actually sit down and have dialogue with each other. And I have a request in that the Methodist Church, whether it's going to be honored or not, I didn't bring it up today, but I did make the request last week to have a discussion group. And I was told that it had to be taken before the board to approve of such a thing. So we'll see what happens. I know when I did that in Unity, I mean, the board, certain individuals on the board, I was told, shut down. They didn't want an open discussion group that would allow basically the discussion to go wherever it would go, especially not on anything related to politics, as I said in at least one or more previous videos. In any case, it's going to be a fascinating time to see how these things unfold. And it blew me away to know that Trump was predicted to be the president back in 1971. They had a correct succession of presidents from that point all the way forward. And he actually said something, I don't remember exactly how he worded it, but he did say something good about Jimmy Carter in that whole thing, because of course Jimmy Carter was president before Ronald Reagan. But folks, there's a lot of things that we don't know and we haven't been told yet. So hold on to your seat, and we're in for a pretty wild ride, I have a feeling, over the next months and perhaps a few years. But there is significant change that's going on, and where it's going to come out, we'll see. Thank you for listening, and namaste.